everybody. Allie here, and I just wanted to hop on and do a quick live and talk a little bit about last year's social media marketing world and really how it impacted my life and my business and what's next. So I've got on my social media marketing world speaker shirt today. I'm missing it a lot. Last year, March 1st through the 3rd was Social Media Marketing World in San Diego, the world's largest social media marketing conference. And I was blessed enough to be able to speak there last year. And it was an amazing experience for so many reasons, but it really truly shaped a lot of what's happened in the last 12 months for me. So the first thing I kind of want to dive into is really how that opportunity transpired. And I think that this is a really important lesson for so many people out there, because ultimately my life has been a series of decisions, oftentimes impacted by the relationships that I've made. And you can do the same thing. So 2 years ago, I was able to connect with Molly Pittman. She is one of the top marketers in the world. She is an awesome person. And ironically, I'm about to go visit her in just a couple of days at her new house. And my conversation with Molly led to being on the Perpetual Traffic podcast. And the Perpetual Traffic podcast is one of the top marketing podcasts in the world. It was something that I listened to religiously and made a big impact on me. So being able to be a guest on that podcast, tell my story, share my results, that was such an incredible opportunity. And it really started through just an organic relationship, just really being interested in getting to know people and talking to them. And once I did that, I was able to really reach a large audience and talk about my local marketing strategies. I then was able to connect with Mike Stelzner, who is the founder of Social Media Marketing World. And I also listened to the Social Media Marketing podcast every single time, every single week. Love that podcast. And so I, reached out to Mike on social media. We started talking, and he had heard me on the Perpetual Traffic podcast. And so that led into the opportunity to be on the Social Media Marketing podcast. Well, when I did the Social Media Marketing podcast with Mike, he then asked me if I wanted to be a speaker at Social Media Marketing World. It essentially was a little audition type of thing, being on the podcast, to see what your subject matter really is, how well you do. And if he needed someone like that for the speaking event, then he would ask. And so I was very, very, very blessed to be able to participate in that. And really so many other things that have happened to me since then have also been a result of that. And so I love looking back on how one opportunity can snowball into the next opportunity and to the next opportunity. And it really can just be a crazy series of events, but most people never see that because they're too focused on these other channels instead of building relationships and real true relationships. So at Social Media Marketing World last year, it was just an incredible experience. And I met so many amazing people. I spent a lot of time with the other speakers at the event, and it was really eye-opening to me to hear about these different people's businesses, what they were doing either similarly to what I was doing or very differently than what I was doing. And I noticed one thing in almost all of them: they all had podcasts. And so podcasts are something that I had really wanted to do for a while, but I didn't really know if it'd be worth my time. I didn't know how difficult it was to start. And so I just kind of put it on the back burner. But after speaking with all of them and really getting encouragement from them on the podcast that I wanted to create, I basically planned it out on the plane ride home and launched it almost immediately after returning. So some of my initial guests were people like Dennis Yu, who I met at Social Media Marketing World. He was also a speaker, and we've since gone on to, do other things. And it's been really, really great to meet people like him. I had Molly Pittman, I had Bella Vasta and Brian Banzo, and a lot of other speakers that were at Social Media Marketing World on my podcast in the very early days, and they really gave me the encouragement to keep that going. And since then, the podcast has done really, really well. And that opportunity never would have, well, I wouldn't say never would have happened. I don't know if it would have happened if it weren't for the encouragement of the other speakers at that event. I also really made a lot of great relationships with people who attended my session, other people who were going to the event. We made some sales and got new clients and new students out of the opportunity, which was awesome. And it really just is sad looking back because it was the last big event before everything shut down from COVID. And unfortunately, this year, they're not having a traditional social media marketing world, but what we are doing is social media marketing workshops. So I was asked to be one of the 14 speakers for social media marketing workshops this year, which is the alternative to social media marketing world. So they really wanted to do something different than that traditional virtual summit. It's been about a year now since everything really had to shift in that direction. And so Mike wanted to do something unique. And I think this is very, very unique. So it's going to be interactive. We're going to have 2 hours in our session, and it's going to be live. It's going to be very engaging with the people who are on the session. So my session is all about how to test and optimize your Facebook ads for more sales. So I'm going to be able to really walk people through from start to finish what they need to do to set up their testing campaigns when they're just getting started with either a new offer or a product or a new business, whatever it is. But testing and properly testing and then really analyzing the results, that's something that a lot of people really struggle with. So this is going to be extremely actionable, very, very practical and helpful. And I think it's so amazing that they were able to take this situation that was definitely unfortunate for them as a business. They were put in a position where financially it was not going to be good for them based on the arrangements and agreements that they already had for this massive, 5,000 or 6,000 person conference that they held every single year. So they were able to shift in an awesome direction. And we're really, really proud that I'm able to help them and help the attendees at this event. But that's really another experience that had I not spoken at Social Media Marketing World last year, I wouldn't have been asked to do this event this year. It is so great to be able to really track back your relationships sometimes and see the wonderful, wonderful opportunities that have come from that. And really just my business in general since Social Media Marketing World has skyrocketed. And I am so thankful for that. But being able to collaborate with really amazing individuals, being able to partner or work directly with those individuals or businesses, getting advice from people who are doing really amazing things, kind of getting tips and insights that you would not have gotten otherwise. Those are all huge benefits of getting involved in something like this and really putting yourself out there first and foremost, because I have done a lot of great PR opportunities or guest speaking events and features and things like that. And those things are really, really great for business. However, most people never put themselves out there enough to ever get those opportunities. And those opportunities alone can sometimes just give you a big boost in traffic maybe, but you don't capitalize on them. And I've really learned how to take advantage of each and every opportunity and then turn that into a way to continue to grow my business. And so it's been an integral part of my marketing strategy overall, and it's only going to continue to be a big part of that moving forward because it truly works so well. And it's all about those relationships. And just seeing how the world has changed in the last year definitely gives me different things that I need to share with my students, with my clients, and do for my clients. And I feel like it's never been more important to try and help local businesses. So if you are somebody who does have an expertise in helping these local businesses, or maybe helping businesses that were once local and now they've shifted online, get your voice out there, really get that content out there and help the people who need the help. And you may be surprised at how well it can truly do for you on a financial level or in your business growth. Since then, I have also hired a coach that I met actually through one of the people that was at Social Media Marketing World originally. And that coach has helped me in a lot of different ways. Then through that coaching program, one of the students in the program connected me with a guy that he knows in PR, and he's going to be helping me with my new book. I'm getting started with him today. I am so excited. This is going to be just a dream come true for me, really. And having someone that was introduced to me through all of these different things that just kind of lead down a path of relationships, somebody that's perfect to help me with this, I just couldn't be more blessed. But it really does make me want to impress upon you the importance of relationships, that each relationship that you build opens up a door, or sometimes closes a door, but most of the time opens them up and can very seamlessly lead into the next big opportunity, into the next big opportunity, and into the next big opportunity. But only if you're really paying attention, and also only if you're genuinely focused on getting to know people and trying to help them and trying to, be a light in their life and try and give them advice if you have it, as opposed to constantly seeking out what others can do for you. So, I mean, I'm sure all of us, we get a ton of messages every day just of people that are just saying, help me do this, or give me all the advice, or, just buy this from me, whatever it is. Those don't work. Okay. If they do work for you, it's going to be very fleeting, but take some time to genuinely get to know people on social media. And I promise you, it will lead into business opportunities. It will lead into relationships that open doors and that really take you and your business in directions that you may have never thought that they could go otherwise. So I really can trace back my entire business from start to where I am today and see a path of relationships that led me here. And that's not to say that anybody did the work for me, because trust me, I have worked so incredibly hard really for the last 10 years, really for my whole life, but I've put in so much work for my business. But at the same time, some of these doors would have been much more difficult to open or wouldn't have presented themselves at all if it wasn't for the relationships that I had built. And every person that you meet has their own network and has their own group of people that trust them. After connecting with Molly and being on Perpetual Traffic, she put my name into the referral hat for people to speak at Digital Marketers Agency Training Day. So I went to Agency Training Day. I did that training. I was able to meet a lot of really great people there, but I got to meet Ryan Deiss, which was huge for me. I love Ryan Deiss. Then eventually I ended up having Ryan on my podcast, and all these different things, they really do simply lead from one relationship if you truly track them back. So as I kind of celebrate the 1-year anniversary of Social Media Marketing World and being presented with that amazing opportunity, and now in 9 days, social media marketing workshops. So if you have not gotten your ticket yet, make sure you do that. That is also through Social Media Examiner. This is the replacement, so to speak, for Social Media Marketing World. And it's going to be awesome. It may not be the same as the regular conference, which is impossible to replicate in terms of relationships. You still can take this opportunity to really grow your business and maybe meet some other cool people that are going to be doing the workshops as well. They've got a lot of really great networking opportunities. And I promise you, if you would just take the time to do things like that, and again, approach it without looking at how someone else can help you or what can they do for me, but hey, I want to genuinely get to know this person, and I want to talk to them about my passions and my ideas, and, ask them about their thoughts and what they're working on, because you have no idea where a shared connection can come from. Another great example of this is one of my clients. So again, I can all tie this back to the same thing. So when I met Dennis at Social Media Marketing World, then I had him on my podcast. I sent him a little gift last year, and he made a video about it on social media. And someone from my area saw that video. She had been to Dennis's like masterminds and stuff in the past. And so she saw that I was from Louisville. She reached out to me or found me. She ended up becoming a client. So worked with her, great person, talked to her about a lot of, personal things, interesting things that we both share. We found so many common connections. Well, then she referred me to somebody else that lives in her area that she knows who is now a client. And that person is going to be helping me with my farm in a very specific and helpful way that we just bought. He is also connecting me with people in my state government so that I can, hopefully make a really great positive impact on my community. He has got a lot of really great connections, but ultimately, I never would have met him. I wouldn't have had that client. I wouldn't have all this amazing help that this person is just voluntarily giving to me out of the kindness of their heart if it wasn't for her, and if it wasn't for Dennis, and if it wasn't for social media marketing world. And then this person also referred me to two other amazing ladies who have written books. And ironically, one of them does a self-sustaining farm. And so now we're connected and we're talking about our books, and she's going to be giving me advice on the farm as well. But all of these different things, they just add up. They just roll into one. There are so many just events and networking opportunities that I can look back on and say, this specific huge great thing or positive thing happened in my life because of these series of relationships and referrals. And all of those things are truly the best way to build a name for yourself, the best way to build a business, the best way to really have like amazing opportunities that you would have never sought out on your own come to you if you genuinely try and get to know people. Because if they don't know who you really are, if they don't know you have integrity and work ethic and a passion for what you do and creativity and all of these things, why would they refer someone to you? So you can't just keep it like this surface level conversation and these generic messages that everybody wants to put out there. Really care about people and get to know them. And I can promise you, you will be amazed at the impact that it can have on your life. So anyways, just wanted to share that. Make sure you get your ticket to social media marketing workshops and I'll see you there. Make sure that you check out my book. It's not out yet, but you can go to uncensoredamericabook.com/gift. And if you sign up for the waiting list to be notified when it comes out, you'll get a free and awesome gift from me personally. So if you want to check that out, that's my collection of poetry that is coming out probably in about a month. Very, very excited for that. And I promise you, you're going to love it. And if you have any questions about networking or building relationships or speaking or events or anything like that, let me know. I would love to help you out and just encourage you to get out there either virtually or in real life and really get to know people, talk to people, and try and build genuine connections, not fake surface level social media like connections, really, really real, deep, genuine connections. And your business and your life could absolutely be changed. So that's my little spiel for today. Hope you guys enjoyed it and hope you have a good day. Bye-bye.